This is Richard Werner, the top academic scholar in the world on central banking.
Also, they never talk about the nature of this CBDC. What is it actually going to look like? They never talk about that. Right. But I heard one European central banker tell me what it's going to look like. He saw it. He was invited to one of the old central banks in Europe that are very much promoting this. They showed him. And, you know, he's a top, executive director of another central bank in Europe, and there's no reason to believe that he was telling me a story. And it was around this large and would be implanted under your skin. So that is the plan.
I had a friend, Nick Rockefeller, who was one of the Rockefeller family, and one of the things that we used to talk about was the ultimate plan of the banking industry, what they wanted to accomplish. The ultimate goal that these people have in mind is to create a one-world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips. There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And you become a slave. You become a serf to these people. That's their goal.
The goal of this manipulation, and has been for a very long time, is to get the world population to see as a good idea, or the only option in given circumstances that are manipulated into place, the creation of a one-world government, a world central bank which would administer all financial transactions on the planet, a world currency which wouldn't be coins and notes, it would be merely electronic, cashless society for which there are fundamental implications for freedom, and a microchipped population linked to a global computer, the latter of which sounds bizarre to many people on first hearing, except that we are ridiculously close to it and the technology already exists.
Tony Danner is standing at a new frontier in technology. The chip in his hand allows him to start his car, open doors, log on to his computer, and buy snacks in the break room, all with just a swipe of his hand.
You scan it at the kiosk, it comes up on the kiosk, and then to finalize your payment, you put your RFID chip.
The most cutting...
This is Richard Werner.
Shalom. Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elders of Great Millstone as GMS. Peace and blessings to the Akim and a few Akwat across the four winds. This is your brother Batamayim from Great Millstone, Houston, coming to you with a quick lesson. Now, first and foremost, I want to say this is a fair use act. This is no profit or gain. You know, this is for educational purposes only. But I want to go into the micro charagma. You know, that grain of rice that's going to go under your skin so that you can buy or sell. It's coming soon. You know, we're entering in that hour of temptation. We're coming into, you know, Jacob's trouble. But I want to bring out a few precepts that go into the micro charagma. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he, who was the he? That's Esau Edom. You know, the self-proclaimed white man. That's the one who's in rulership right now. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. If you don't think that they're wicked, then, hey, I don't know what to tell you. You should tag along with them and then see the type of judgment you'll receive alongside Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathens. That's going out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites. And, you know, we're preaching for the hopeful elect. You know, the hopeful elect is not going to take that micro charagma. You know, Lord willing, we are part of that number. You know, it's the 12,000 men from the 12 tribes of Israel. Then you also have the innumerable multitudes, the men, women, and children, you know, the believers also. You know, we're all coming back into our lots. You know, Lord willing, we'll have that Thawa, which is the mark of exemption, in Ezekiel 9:4. But Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So that mark is charagma. You know, when you go into that word charagma, it's a stamp or imprinted mark, you know, graven, something that's physical. You know, the RFID microchip is physical, as you can see in this video playing. It's physical. We're going to get into it in the next verse. But also, that's charagma is Strong's G 5480. But when you go into Strong's G 5482, it's charax, which is a pale, a stake, or a palisade. you know, when you have a stake, it has a sharp, point, whether you're digging into the ground. So it's sharp to, breaks into the, breaks the top layer of the soil, so you can get, so it can be firmly in there. And then also you have grapho, which is Strong's G 1125, which is to write, with reference to the form of the letters and then I'm scrolling down to draw up and write and compose. So what's going to be composed on that RFID microchip, that micro charagma? Your medical information, your driver's license, passport, of course your bank account. Right now they're starting the CBDCs, which is the central bank digital currency, but all of this is going to be digital. And how is it going to be digital? Through the blockchain, is going to be on that RFID micro charagma. You'll have all your information on there. Medical, let me not forget the medical also, especially what they're pushing. I call it the C23, the new big pokey that's going around now. Revelation chapter 13, I'm going to read 16 again. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Elon Musk has Neuralink. They're cleared to do the forehead portion. Then there's also in Sweden, a lot of, I'll say Edomites, because a lot of Edomites in Sweden are already pretty much, if not all by now, already micro charagma'd up. It could be in your right hand, your left hand, pretty much any part of your body. If it's inserted into you, that means you're giving yourself over to this beast system. Revelation 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you won't be able to buy or sell anything. As you can see, they're at work making transactions for, some snacks. And then also it says right there, the chip, that micro charagma. He's buying and selling. Well, he's buying, but in order for them to receive that at work, someone has to sell them those products. Revelation 13 and 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. So that's 666. And when you go into that, it's Chi Psi Stigma. Next precept I had, if you do take this micro charagma, this is the consequences. Revelation chapter 14 verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So if you take this, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai power. So you don't want to get caught up in the wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai power. That's not the side that you want to be on. We want to be on the wise side, the mark of exemption. We don't want to feel that wrath, because what's going to happen, a part of that wrath, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. That's his righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So, the Lord and the angels are gonna watch you be melted, with fervent heat by those ICBM thermonuclear missiles. And that torment is not going to be for no short period of time. You're not going to be able to get out of that. And then also, if you take it, Revelation 16 and 2, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshiped his image. So if you're worshiping, the image of this beast system, which is pretty much Rome 2.0, if you're following these laws, these legislations, even just taking it. If you take it, hey, you're gonna be first and foremost, you can't take it out. So once you insert it into you, the micro charagma is gonna form into your muscles. So you have so-called leaders saying that you'll be able to take it out and repent. You can't repent from that because you're not supposed to, insert anything under your skin. Like, for instance, that's why you're not supposed to have tattoos, because tattoos, it's a sharp instrument, and then the ink goes underneath your skin, but it breaks your skin. If there's some brothers and sisters in the faith that have tattoos. I know I do, and I regret them, but nobody sat me down and taught me the precepts of the law. But when I was getting my tattoos, most of my tattoos, portion of them, you'll be bleeding because the skin is breaking from that sharp needle, and then the permanent ink goes underneath. So, and then what's going to happen with these when you go into the noisome and grievous sore, that's going into having cancer, because that radiation from the RFID micro charagma is going to cause radiation. It's going to cause your body to react, and then you're going to end up having cancer. So if you take it thinking you're going to survive, you're going to be able to eat, hey, the Lord is going to punish you with cancer, and then you're going to eventually pass on to the spirit world anyway. But if you have faith in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, if you have faith in those names, and you continue to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, to the best of your ability, then you're not gonna have to worry about what you're gonna eat or drink. So let me grab this precept. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So we're going to rejoice, while eating and drinking and praising the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for being our provider. Whereas those that's not serving the Lord, they're going to be out here famished. They're going to be in this famine. And then what's going to ultimately happen also, they're going to have pestilence, all kind of diseases, so on and so forth, all the way up until those ICBM nuclear missiles are shot off, and then they're going to be tormented with fervent heat. But you do have some people be like, well, what if I don't take it in my right hand? Well, here's the precept on that. Revelation chapter 20 verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh power. So it's going to be some brothers and sisters, that'll be beheaded. But hey, don't have any fear, because you're going to be a part of the first fruits. You're going to be some of the first ones raised up, Lord willing, the hopefully elect men, go back to the 144,000. And which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Mashiach 1,000 years. So we don't bow down to this, this Roman 2.0 system, following these certain laws, because it's going to be pretty much on the books. They're going to make it a law to take it, or receive it. So those that don't take it, you're going to be in good graces. But also it says, or in their hands, which is plural. So either hand, you're not exempted. Once you insert it in your body, you're not going to be, you're going to be blotted out. You're going to be ultimately erased, and you're not going to be in the kingdom of heaven ruling with Yahweh Shai, King David, the 144,000 and the rest of the elect Israelites, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But that's all that I wanted to bring out on this. Lord willing, this was edifying, to the hopeful elect, the 12,000 men from the 12 tribes of Israel, the innumerable multitude, the rest of the 1/3, men, women, and children. So call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. That's GMS, Shalom, and a ball. Don't take that micro charagma.